Well, hi everybody. Well, today's a very special day. Today is my mom and dad's 75th wedding anniversary. It's still, they're in heaven right now. They died back in 2011, about 10 months apart. Mostly dad died of a broken heart because mom went first. It was a very sad time, but they were the best parents you can imagine. I call them soulmates because they did everything together. They fished together, as you can see. They even owned a travel agency together. They did everything together. We even took a cross-country trip across the United States of America when I was about 19 years old. In 1973, we all went together, including Princess the dog. So today, I'm making something in their honor, their favorite coffee cake. They love plain cake, so that's what I'm going to make for them today. So what I'm going to do now is I'm adding in 1.5 cups of all-purpose flour. Okay, get everything out. So we have everything in here, so we don't have any missing it up. Now, I want to add in my sugar. I'm adding in, that was the oven, 3/4 cup of sugar. I'm adding in 2 1/2 teaspoons of baking powder. They absolutely had to think about plain cakes, so this is what I'm going to make this in their honor today. 2 and 1/2 cups, teaspoons of baking powder. Half a teaspoon, something. Oh, my eyes are terrible in the morning. Oh. This is not the right one. Another 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder. Here we go. Now, what we're going to do now is we're going to whisk this together, and I'm going to add in the wet in a minute. Then we're going to do the topping. They had a thing, and they loved sweets. I mean, they really were something else. They're very good parents, and I really miss them so much. I really miss them a lot. Now, let's make sure we have 1/2 cup of milk because that's what it's calling for. We're going to put in the wet now. Make sure we have everything we need. Yep, 1/2 cup of milk. We might have to add a little bit more in. We don't know yet. We'll have to see what happens. I'm adding in 1 egg. Here we go. All right, I'm adding in about 3 or 4 tablespoons of unsalted butter. I'm adding a teaspoon of vanilla. And then we're going to go to the topping. That's going to be like sugar and cinnamon. It's going to go on top. They had this thing about a sweet tooth, so that's what we're going to make today. Teaspoon of vanilla. Here we go. Now we're going to mix this together. And I got 46. Now we might need a little bit more. We don't know yet. We'll see what happens as I mix it along. If it's too dry, we're going to add a little bit more milk and just a little bit more. See what happens in a minute. Yeah, it's a little dry for my comfort. I'm going to add a little bit more milk in, not much. My grandmother Elizabeth always had this philosophy. Sometimes you have to add a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and there we go. I should definitely get it going now. Yeah, this is better. Much better. Okay, now we're going to grab my cake pan. It's already greased. Yeah, my mom wasn't much of a baker, but I was. This is one thing I learned by myself. I didn't actually learn this from Grandma Elizabeth. I actually learned how to do this by myself. Okay, we're going to spread this out. Then we're going to do the topping. Let it out. A little bit more before we start the topping. Okay. Excuse me. Okay. Now we're going to do the topping, which requires cinnamon and sugar. Okay. I'm adding in 2 tablespoons of sugar. And 1 teaspoon of cinnamon. Okay, now we're adding in a teaspoon of cinnamon. And this is going to be the topping. There we go. Oh, that smells good, folks. Oh. Every year on their anniversary, I always made sure I bought them over gifts, cakes, something that they really enjoy. Mix this together. Okay. Get rid of some of this hard cinnamon. Here we go. Now we're going to put this on top of the cake. Pop this in the oven and bake this for about 20 minutes. All right, now what we're going to do now, my parents, I can't believe they would have been married over 70 years. They were soulmates. Now we're going to add a little bit of cinnamon sugar on it, give it a little sweet taste. So they always had a sweet tooth. Okay, now what we're going to do now is we're going to cut it. All right, my daughter says not to cut it. But the best thing to do is add this with nice cold milk. It's delicious. It's a wonderful coffee cake. Happy anniversary, Mom and Dad in heaven. I know you're soulmates. I know you're together today. Dad loved to play golf, and Mom always used to watch him play golf. Now I'm going to cut it. Look how beautiful that came out. Delicious, fantastic, homemade, everyday coffee cake. There's one thing that Mom and Dad loved very, very much. They had a sweet tooth. From Deborah Wade's Home Country Kitchen, have a great day and happy anniversary, Mom and Dad.